Ruby and William. I need y'all to stay quiet, please. Alrighty. I am live. Has it been dead today? Yeah. I think people are getting ready for school, to be honest. Yeah, we need to take y'all in the next week or two. Go buy some supplies and some clothes and shoes. Do you miss not going to school? Yeah. No? You don't miss? You hated school? Why? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, like the last year? Yeah. All right, let's see here. PlayStation 5. I think it's just going to be an HDMI. Yeah. Alrighty, so we got a PlayStation 5 that was dropped off earlier. This thing actually does not even have a PlayStation 5. It doesn't have a HDMI port. HDMI port will go there. And as you can see, there's nothing. There's nothing there at all. So someone's already attempted to potentially remove the HDMI. Hopefully they didn't tear any traces, and if they did, this is gonna be fun. I won't know until I open it fully. All right, let's go ahead and open this up real quick. Isaiah, are you okay? Okay. excuse me. That was a sneeze attack. Alright, I noticed I did not say anything to the viewers as far as what we're working on. So, I'm going to go ahead and say it now. My name is Leo with Rosales Super Tech for those of you watching. We are working right now on a PlayStation 5 Slim. This one came in this morning. Truck driver, I believe they're still waiting out there. Came in for an HDMI port repair. Yeah, that's what we're working on. The HDMI is completely torn off from the actual board itself. I don't know if there is any torn traces. It's a possibility that there is. I don't know. I could have looked through the microscope in there, but why remove the suspense? Let's be in suspense together. Let's be in suspense together, that we can both look at the condition of this HDMI once we fully take it off of this chassis. Liquid metal on this is actually pretty good. It's not that bad. Alrighty, so let's together look at this HDMI. What do y'all think? Y'all think we have some torn traces? I don't know. Let's look together. Let me turn on to scope. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, thank God. We don't have any torn traces. Thank God. Thank God. Literally, we have no torn traces. All the traces are there, as you can see. None are torn. It looks like this thing just broke off clean. All the traces are there. We just have to retin those. We do have to remove these ground hole anchors for the previous HDMI. But otherwise, we just need to tin these up, tin the ground holes, and remove these, of course, and then tin the ground holes. Put the new HDMI port right afterwards. That should not be a problem whatsoever. So what we're going to do first is remove these. That's what we're going to do first, just remove those. We're just going to heat it up from the bottom real quick. There you go. I'm going to use my tweezers real quick. Cool. Got them out. And then we're going to go ahead and tin them real quick. Let's add some flux to the actual pins and the ground holes. come on. Solder does not want to come with me. Ah, there we go. Oh, I forgot to turn on my hot iron. How am I supposed to put some solder on that? My hot iron's not even on. Okay, it's waking up. Yes, baby boy. I love you more. You did. Did you put it on? Did you put it on, Isaiah? I think you put it on, baby boy. Okay. All right, we tin the pads. We tin the actual ground holes. We're going to put the new HDMI right now. We're going to heat it up. We'll know it's ready once I don't know if you see the solder balls on the ground holes. Those basically sink. Once those sink, that means it's ready for us to drop the new HDMI port. And that's what we're going to do right now. And I keep hitting it up. It'll drop. Some of the solder will come up to the top, and that's what we want. And then we'll do a little wiggle to the side here. We do that so that the solder on the actual pins themselves actually adhere to the port as well, to the pins. And then we touch it in the center. Make sure this port's centered. And then we hold it down. Okay, and then we remove our heat. Keep holding until you see the solder on the sides. Right now there's still the glossy mirrored color. Usually they'll get a bit stale color, and that's how you know that the solder has hardened. And we'll validate the pins. Hardened, solidified, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's check our work. We may end up having to do a quick touch-up, but otherwise, that section's good. We need to do a touch-up over on the left. We can see it's all silver on the right side, but the left, still see some gold. I don't like seeing gold, although the bottoms may be soldered on. I don't like seeing any sort of gold pins here. So we're going to go ahead and touch it up. Just make sure that it's also all the way across. Just like that. And I could touch a little bit over here on the right side as well. Just be cautious. Let me clean some of the flux off of it. I mean, some of the solder off of the pad. And then go over here. There you go. Pins are perfect. So you can see they are soldered on correctly. And now all we do is just clean them up. We use Kimtech wipes as well as just a standard brush. Remove all of our flux off of this. Never want to leave any of your mess that you utilize, any flux. Just clean it off. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to clean it off. Just need to make sure it's so professional. We make sure we clean off our mess. Okay. And the HDMI port's done. Next step from here, it is for us to reapply the liquid metal. Every time we remove the motherboard from the chassis, we got to reapply this liquid metal. This liquid metal is very imperative that you reapply it, or else it's going to end up causing random shutdowns if it's not reapplied. My process to reapplying liquid metal, whether if it comes in for a cleaning or if we're doing HDMI or for whatever reason we open it, is I always get a cotton swab. Now I get these type of, it's got like wood because it makes it to where it doesn't bend as I'm pressing it down. I touch 99.9 isopropyl alcohol. I do not recommend anything less than 99.9% for this process because this is electronics and you want the alcohol to dry fairly quickly. So what I do is I grab IPA on one end and then I remove all the liquid metal, which at the same time what it does, it removes the oxidation off of the APU. And as you can see, there's nothing on there anymore. And then I use that same tip and then I pick up all that liquid metal. Pick it all up. It's got alcohol on here, so I'm able to pick it up, put it into a little ball, and then push it back onto the die. And it's now on the die. Now I get the other end of the same cotton swab. Make sure that alcohol is now dried up, and if it's not, just give it a little blow. You know, just blow it with your mouth. It's fine. It'll dry up fairly quick. And now you use the dry end of that cotton swab, and you go in a circular motion, reapplying that liquid metal. When you hear that squeaky sound, that means the liquid metal is adhering to the die of the APU, which is a good sign. And now there's no dry spot anywhere on this APU. And now we have to do the same thing to the heatsink. I threw away that cotton swab, and we'll grab another one and just do the same thing. I'm looking for Scarface, but I want to play on Xbox Series X. Unfortunately, Scarface is not available on the Xbox Series X playable disc because you can't play an Xbox One game on an Xbox Series X unless you download it digitally. They didn't make it a physical Scarface game for Xbox Series X. You can only download it, I believe, from the Xbox Live store. If they have it available. I'm not sure if they do, actually. I'm not sure if they do, but there's not a physical game you can play on the Xbox Series X that's Scarface. All right, so we cleaned it up. Now we put the little ball in the center again. We got the dry end now, and then we're going to go ahead and reapply this liquid metal. Baby boy, can you sit down in your stroller and put something on, baby boy? Okay, I love you. Alrighty. Here we go. Liquid metal is applied on both ends, and now we can go ahead and start putting this back together. Now, by the looks of this one, the way it came in is as if it was dropped. So before I fully put this back together, I am going to test. This one I will be testing because I want to make sure that there's no other issue. No, baby boy, don't do that. Don't do that. Go sit down in your stroller. Go put something on. Okay. Let's put the heatsink clamp. And then we're going to test. All right. Let's test. Let's make sure this thing is going to display for us. All right, it is powering on. We'll see the light. And let's see if we see this PlayStation 5 display. It's still pulsing blue. And I believe I see something. It's flickering. And there we go. Processing. Cool, cool, cool. We got it going. We got it going. For those of you watching me over on the TikToks, man, go ahead and hit that tap. Go ahead and hit that like button and or tap, tap, tap on the screen. Let's get some more people in here. Otherwise, this is done. It should be displaying here. It's going through another cycle here. It's pulsing blue again. And it should be going into a PlayStation logo here shortly. There it is. Cool. All right. This is good. We're going to go ahead and shut it down and finish putting it back together. Alrighty, let's go ahead and put this together. You mod consoles, add homebrew software. We don't do anything with softwares. You can add the software as far as getting them installed for you, but anything that's software related, no, we do not. Well, let me rephrase that. I can install like the homebrew portion if you're talking about like the 3DS and stuff, but I will not install any games. That is solely up to the customer if they choose to do that. How old, how old are you? Why? I look young? Man, I take that as a compliment. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. If I look young, thank you very much. I'm not young, but I'm not old either. I'm, I am middle aged. Oh, close to middle aged. Definitely take that as a compliment. I will say this though, I do feel old, not young. My back be my back be killing me sometimes. My shoulder, when I wake up and get up, my knees are cracking. So I feel old. I feel old, or at least my body does. At least my body does. Let me ask you this: how old do I look? I'm gonna see if you can guess it. I didn't say how old I am, so how old do I look? I'll tell you whether if you're close, if you're far away. Huh? I'm not gonna say that on the live. Like I said, I'm not gonna say that on live. This little girl's asking me how old mom is. My wife, basically. I'm not gonna put my wife's information out in the public. All right, we put a warranty sticker on. What's up? Mine's the Q50. Why? All right. Done. Let's test one more time. Make sure that after putting them back together still works. It should. I don't see why it wouldn't. There we go. Okay. And this is another one that is done. Let me go ahead and add the notes into the ticket.
So I have a customer online for you. Seriously, he's needing for you to help him walk his son through um, something to do with the internet. Like it's not grabbing it, but he just came 2 weeks ago. So,
On the PlayStation 4?
uh-huh.
I can't help him with that.
Just walk him through.
Super Tech, this is Leo.
Hey Leo, how you doing?
I'm doing okay, sir.
Okay, I was calling because my son is having issues with his PS4,
Okay.
and he sent something about I guess the internet. I guess it has. I'm thinking it was like maybe like the Wi-Fi or something in the house, and he was saying it. I guess it's internal with the PS4. So I was just calling to see if you could just walk him through it. He's on a three-way call with it.
But what exactly am I going to walk him through it, though, if you don't mind me asking? Like connecting to the network?
I'm not for sure. Quan,
Yes.
what tell him what the issue that you have.
I can't log into the internet, so
When you say you can't log into the internet, when you go into the network settings in your PlayStation, or you're not seeing your either LAN, which would be if you're plugged in directly to it, or your Wi-Fi.
I don't got a LAN cable and the Wi-Fi is connected, but my Facebook internet doesn't work.
When you say it doesn't work, you're saying that your Wi-Fi is connected. Does it show connected? If you try to run, let's say for example, a speed test, does it show that it's communicating out and you get a response with ping response?
I'm on network right now. I'm on PS4.
Okay, and if you complete a test on there, you should see an option for test. What does it say when you click test?
Didn't it say test internet connection?
Correct.
I can't test it. I can't test it because it says disconnected LAN cable.
Okay, so you haven't connected your Wi-Fi then?
To PS4?
Correct. So if it's looking for a LAN cable, that means LAN cable was the last time the last connection that was attempted to run. So you may want to connect to your Wi-Fi, or potentially forget whatever Wi-Fi you have on there and try reconnecting your Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So pretty much he's saying like log out of the Wi-Fi and then try to like log in.
Correct. He's got to click on there. It's the option button, and you click forget on whatever Wi-Fi he's got, and then he's got to reconnect it to his Wi-Fi. Option button on your controller is the top right button, kind of like the start button, but it's known as option.
I pressed it.
And when you do that, you see some options. One of those should be forget, which allows you to remove or forget that SSID. And then once you've deleted, you should see all the available SSID, all the available wireless connections you're able to connect to, and then select the one that belongs to you. And make sure you enter the password for it.
It says upload download state data. I don't got no It doesn't have that one.
It doesn't have what?
The words that you were saying, like it says press forget. There's no forget on there.
Okay, yeah. This will be kind of difficult to be able to walk you through because I'm not sure exactly what you're seeing. Now, I did look at the ticket here, though. The issue that's being called for is actually unrelated to the actual problem we repaired, which was the terabyte. So this issue with not seeing any sort of wireless connections or not connecting to wireless will not be something that unfortunately we can help with because it's not something that's under warranty. So you may want to bring it into the shop if you want us to look into it in order for me to be able to see exactly what you're seeing. Alrighty? All right. Thank y'all as well. Huh? Go tell Ruby to give you something to eat or go tell Mom. Sorry about that. I had to cut that short because I'm not sure what the kid is seeing, and it's kind of difficult to be able to walk him through it. So, but that issue is unrelated to what they brought it for, which they brought it in for a hard drive, and he didn't touch the motherboard besides replace the actual hard drive. So, if they're having issues with their network, then they have something entirely different going on. How much for PlayStation 5 deep clean? So, a cleaning service for PlayStation 5, we charge $120. Presuming that the PlayStation 5 is not bug infested. If it's bug infested, there is an additional fee of $50, but if it's not, it's just the $120. Confirm that is an oxidation on either the heatsink or the APU. We then proceeded. Get logs and an error code is, which then led us to remove the front's LED ribbon cable and still beep 3. 3 times. Beeps 3 times. And we proceeded to replace the south bridge. AC. Thermistor. Sensor. AC and related components. Retimer. And none seem to resolve the issue. We also replaced the BIOS chip and flashed it with no success. I'm writing notes right now for the PlayStation we worked on yesterday, which I did not cancel as non-repairable. We did too much on it. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. We did too much on it, and none seemed to work. PlayStation 5 from yesterday, we went ahead and replaced the front panel, or at least unplugged the ribbon cable for the front panel module. We replaced the Southbridge chip, replaced the thermistor IC chip along with the related components, which were 2 resistors, 2 capacitors. We also replaced the BIOS chip as well. So we got a BIOS chip from a donor board, which then we flashed it with the appropriate firmware, as well as make sure we updated the serial number. It did power on, but it did the 3 beeps after 10 to 15 seconds. And we also replaced the retimer chip and still did not resolve the issue. And that one, unfortunately, we have called it as non-repairable by us. I need to add the parts here. So we're not charging any labor, but we are going to charge the parts we used. Rosales Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help you?
Hey Leo, how's it going? I have a quick question. By any chance, do y'all fix Xbox Pro controllers?
Xbox Scuff controllers?
The Pro controllers.
What's wrong with it, if you don't mind me asking?
There's a drift on one of the sticks, and then I have one of the bumpers that doesn't work.
So drift issues, we do repair. Bumpers, I need to see. When you say Pro, do you mean the Elite controllers? Because I've never heard of a Pro controller on there.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the PlayStation. Yeah, sorry, the Elite controller.
Okay. I was going to say, I've never heard of a Pro for an Xbox controller, but I've heard of Elite. Yeah, yes, sir. We repair drift issues as well as the bumper buttons.
Okay. Do you have like a ballpark estimate of how much repairs cost?
Standard analog, you're looking at $60 plus another $10 for the bumper button, so you're looking around $70. But if you want to upgrade those to TMRs, it's $100, or the Hall effect, it's $90.
What's a TMR? Sorry.
TMR, okay, so it's this new technology that's been around now, at least the Hall effect for 2 years, and TMR's for about a year now. TMR is instead of having sensor pads, analog sticks that have what's called a potentiometer. Within the potentiometer has a sensor pad that over time wears out as you're utilizing it. The more you use it, it's going to wear out eventually. So eventually you end up getting drift again. Hall effect and TMR, both what they are, it's magnet, and it's a chip that's controlling it, telling it to go up, down, side to side, so it doesn't wear out. So the only way it'll drift is if the internals are physically broken, because of course the internals are still plastic and metal. So unless it's not physically broken, it should be fine, but it won't wear out. It won't wear out on you.
Okay. And how much is it for the upgrade on that?
It's $100 for TMRs, and that's $90 for the Hall effect.
Okay. All right then. Cool. I appreciate it, man. If anything, I'll probably stop by tomorrow.
Okay.
I appreciate it though. Thank you though.
No, you're welcome, sir. Okay, we added the encoder. Need to add as well the Southbridge chip, which is 61. Yep, there it is. I'll edit the encoder, Southbridge. Diagnostic / repair temp. And what else? The other components we grabbed from a donor board, so I'm not going to charge for those. Don't do that, baby boy. Alrighty. It's non-repairable. It turns on, but does not display. Oh, it does display, but doesn't turn on fully. Cancelled. Non-repairable. Alrighty. You go to YouTube? Huh? I'm sorry? What do you mean? Leo, I tried to redirect my stream to you. You need to set your settings to allow anyone to redirect. Okay. I'm sorry, I just now saw your message. I thought I didn't know I had it blocked. I'll get it fixed for next time. Sorry, bud. Let me, and I don't even know where to change those settings at. I'll have to mess with it later on this afternoon. Later this evening, I'll do that. Appreciate you letting me know, Rosie Russ. YouTube Studio settings, community scroll. Okay, let me go to there now. We go to YouTube Studios. YouTube Studios, settings, community. Settings, community moderation. Scroll down, a live redirect. I don't see that. Comments, moderation none. Message in your live chat, none. Post in your community, viewers off. Block words. The words I have blocked. User management, maybe? Approved, hidden. Okay, live redirection. I see it. It's under user management. And allow all channels. Okay, cool. It's done. It is saved. So for future reference, it will work. Thank you, Rosie Russ. Thank you, sir. All right, let's grab the next repair, y'all. Actually, I'm hungry. I need to eat. Have I received any parts? Have any parts came in today? No parts? I thought there were some parts supposed to be delivered today. I got the motherboard waiting on order Uber. That's fine. Just surprised me. I've got this SP. So all these is all I have right now. SP, Xbox, And the laptop? The PSP? Alright, we got a PSP we're going to be working on. It was this one came in. We worked on this before. This button here, apparently, they have to press on it really hard. Actually, this one, I think I need to order this. That's what I'm going to do, actually. PSP, this is PSP 1000. 3000 model. How much for PlayStation 5 overheating? I think I've already answered that question. I'm sorry. I just keep seeing the thing scroll. PSP 3000. Button. Flex cable. Oh, you just came in here? My apologies. I thought I answered it earlier. Oh, someone else came. Alex Chagoya had asked the same question. Sorry about that. I thought it was the same question. The PlayStation 5 cleaning, presuming that it's not a bug-infested console, it's 120. For PlayStation 5 cleaning, which includes it includes the reapplication of liquid metal as well. And let's go ahead and get this ordered. I took my PlayStation 5 once to get HDMI fixed. Okay, cool. Yes, sir. Sorry, I'm a bit busy. Yeah, just feel free to stop by. We'll get you taken care of. I'll be back for the deep cleaning, and then okay, yeah, we'll see you then. Appreciate you as well. Thank you very much. All right, parts are ordered for this PSP. It's a flex cable, and I don't have any in stock, so went ahead and ordered that. Next is it's an Xbox. It's an original Xbox that we're going to be working on here. Let me move this out the way. Put the power to the side. So this original Xbox, according to what we are told, it does not have power. Let's see if in fact that's the case. No power whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get it opened up. We're going to remove this. It looks like it's been opened once before. Where are my tips? Okay. Where are they? I am not seeing my tools. I don't know where they're at. Huh. These are some of them, but these aren't it. That is not. They were supposed to be here. I just seen them the other day. Trying to hide them from me. I bought like 2 sets of these. I don't know what happened to the other ones, the other sets. Nice. No, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I would have never, honestly, I would have never known. I'm new to streaming, at least repairs. I am new to streaming. I didn't even know you were on, to be honest. Or else I would have been watching while I was at work, but I was training someone today. Huh? I was training someone today at work. Well, it's not training. They're doing like this ambassador program of sorts. And it's just giving them like a brief overview of basically what each department does. And then today was my go. That's fine. Quiero the almond one. I think it's what they have. I think they have one that's almond. It's like the very far. No, it's almond. It's almond. I think so. Nueces, that one. This thing is clean. This thing is clean. Watch it be that it's not, the power cable's not even plugged in. Someone forgot to plug something in, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Alrighty. One of the things I want to do right now is actually test to see if we have any voltage coming out of this power supply. Because it could be that the issue is the power supply, to be honest. We got 0 voltage. 0 voltage. No voltage coming out of this power supply. Just double check real quick. And probes are getting tangled over here. Yeah, we get nothing. We are getting nothing from this power supply. And we do see some burn marks here. We see some burn marks. I see why there's no power. This thing, something happened. Something happened to this thing that may have blown up or something. We could potentially repair this power supply. I don't like working on power supplies though. Or we could just replace it. Mr. Paul Weber, appreciate you hitting the follow button. Thank you very much. Thank you, my good sir. But as y'all can see right there, these components are right there. They are blown. You see all that burn mark? Right there. I think it's gonna be that diode, to be honest. That diode is the one that looks kind of iffy. And then when we turn it around, I see it right over here as well. They're not even making contact. I think those things are potentially loose. They're not. It's like cold solder. That's like cold solder right there. Alright, so I've got some Xboxes that are in horrible shape back there. Let me go see if I can find this power supply, and we'll just replace this power supply real quick. I'll see if I can find one. Oh man, what's up? That's OG Xbox. Yes, it is. OG Xbox. I came in for no power. We're getting it fixed for a customer. Let me see if I can go find one that has power real quick and then get it replaced. We just hit the follow button. Let me go ahead and thank you very much as well. Paul Weber, hit the follow button again. Thank you. I think you're going through all my platforms and hit subscribe. Thank you very much. Let me see here. Get these motherboards out of the way. Does this one have a power supply? This thing is really bad. Does it have a power supply though? Not seeing one. Nope, it does not. If I can't find one, then we're gonna have to order one. This one definitely doesn't have one. It does have one. Doesn't have an optical drive, so I can remove it off of this. This one does not have any screws. Nope. Should be able to open it. I need to make sure that it's the same model though. It'll fit. I think it is. Let's go ahead and remove the screws here and then we'll test to see if we get voltage. As a matter of fact, I can test now. If I get voltage off of this one. Oh, it does have voltage. It's powered on. Yeah, powered on just fine. There's no optical drive, and without that optical drive, this thing cannot be married. So, might as well take this good power supply and put it where it's needed. All right, we got a good working power supply over here. Let's see if it's the same connector though. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. This will work. It's got different orientation, but it'll work. So we're going to go ahead and put this to the side. And let's put a good working power supply. We're going to be careful here. We don't want to electrocute ourselves. Actually, before I do this, let me shut back this real quick. If this is too loud, my apologies. Cheaper just to get another power supply. It certainly is. Headed to Arkansas, okay? This weekend for Arkansas Retro Expo 26. Man, that's awesome. I'm down one person. My apprentice technician, unfortunately, did. He is going to college, so his last day was Saturday working with me. So I don't have the flexibility right now until I'm able to get some people trained to go anywhere. So it's just me right now, with repairs, of course. Repairs wise, it's just me. I have a person I'm going to be interviewing on Friday, and we'll see if he's a fit. So many models, you have to get exact right one. It doesn't have to be the exact right one, but it has to be one that's got the same pin out. So long as the pins fit in there, because there's some where the pins are completely different, or at least in my experience, that is, of course, where the pins are a bit different, then it won't work. But this one seems to be close to the one that I have now. Not exactly the same. It's different, actually. This one looks to be a little bit newer than this one. This one's got the coils in the back. We got this one has a whole bunch of capacitors here, and this one has coils here. So it's definitely different, but the connection, though, as far as the number of pins and the connector, is the same. So I'm assuming this is going to work, and we'll validate right now. Yeah, that's good for him, man. He's going to school. He's going to college. So, I forgot. I needed to. Please don't tell me I'm about to blow my power supply now. Let me shop vac some of this. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and put it in here. Alright. There it is. I left my tool over here. Let's see if this will fit. It did fit the connector. Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was just calling to see if y'all were able to repair the backbone that connects. I don't know if y'all do anything like that.
We don't take the backbones in, and that's only because backbones, the cost of repair is probably greater than the cost of the purchase of a new one, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So as far as repairing those, unfortunately, we do not, only for that reason, because you could buy one of those roughly for about $40, and we charge minimum labor, usually around 80, depending on the type of repair. And something like that, unfortunately, just wouldn't be worth us spending 30 minutes to an hour to get repaired when customers can purchase one, for a new one potentially, or a pre-owned one for about $40.
Right. Okay.
Alrighty.
I just thought thank you, sir.
No, thank you as well, sir.
Bye.
Alright. We put that up. Let's go ahead and put the rest of the stuff together, and then we'll test. And then we will test. Got my wife and kids. Yes, it is. Because I know they had left. Where'd you go, Isaiah? You went to go get ice cream? Oh, man. Did you get me ice cream too? I'm just messing with Isaiah. I don't want ice cream. Make sure I'm putting this in the right orientation. Are we putting this in the right orientation? We should be. There it is. Cool. Okay. Huh? Babe, can you reply back to that Facebook? Tell them no, thank you, but we're not interested. We're not selling the Asus ROG Ally Z1 Extreme Edition for no $300. People be lowballing too much, man. Oh, before I put that on there, let me put this one. Come on, go in. There we go. Moment of truth, y'all. What do y'all think? Y'all think the thing's gonna power on? Give me some likes in there. Give me some taps on TikTok, some likes on whatever platform you're watching me. What do y'all think? Y'all think this is gonna power on, or did I kill it earlier whenever I put it down and may have grounded something? I don't know. Let me grab the cables for it real quick. For Xbox. You reply to it? Okay. I don't like it when people lowball. Knowing what the actual price, what they sell for, and they want to, if they offer a reasonable price, why not? Why not? Offer reasonable. Way below market. No, sir. That's not how it works. There we go. All right. Plug in my HDMI, and then we'll plug power, and then we'll see if it'll display for us as well. If you don't plug in HDMI or some sort of video output, what it does, it blinks. I think it blinks orange or red, one of those two. And then, yeah. Turn on my TV. Let me make sure we have it under display for desktop. All right, let's press the power button. I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all. It did not work. I must have killed it right now. It worked on that console over there, but I probably killed it right now whenever I think I grounded it with my solder wire or something here. It worked with that one over there, though. I don't think it has to do with it being a certain type, though. Yo, brother, I know soldering. I know soldering in general is a complex thing without experience. But what would I? I guess here, Mr. Retired Inspired may have been probably correct. Now, let me validate here if I have any voltage coming in. Where is my multimeter? What would I recommend for PlayStation 5 swap? You really want my honest truth? Take it to a professional shop. That is what I would recommend. if you don't have experience with, yeah, we're getting no voltage off of this anymore. I think I may have killed it right now. Whenever I did something right here, I heard a pop, and I think my solder wire must have grounded something that must have caused some sort of a pop, and which is why it's no longer powering on. Because now I get nothing. If you have no experience, honestly, I couldn't tell you. As far as micro soldering, I own another PlayStation 5. This one has been sitting for months. I don't mind losing the board. Okay. So if you're trying to learn practice, you have to use hot air. You have to get a hot air station that gets upwards of, or at least close to about 800 degrees to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that translates to in Celsius, but Fahrenheit is about 8 to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. What you do is you put some flux on all the pins as well as the ground legs. Once you put some flux, you heat it up from the bottom. Make sure you remove the little pad that's at the bottom of the HDMI port, the little ESD pad. Then you heat it up from the bottom, let the solder melt, and then remove the old one. And then if you already have the HDMI out to the side, grab the new one. While the solder's still melted, put the top one on top. What I would recommend is you tin all the pins first before you put the new port on. Add some more solder to the actual pads as well as the ground legs so that you don't have to retouch again. Capacitors on the power rail are common failure. Check in the other console. I will check right now to see if it works. It was powering on the other console though. It's no longer powering on this one. So I did hear a pop when I put it here, and I feel like my solder must have grounded something. But I will definitely check right now to see if it still powers on that other console right now. All right, let me go check real quick. Today's Monday. On Monday, she only works till 4. Yeah, it's not even powering on this one either. Oh, actually it is. So why isn't it working on mine's? It is working on that one. It is working on that one. Could something be up with this motherboard as well? With the customer's motherboard over there? That could be a possibility. Then we may have some other issues on besides a power supply problem. There could be other issues with this one. I may need a recap. I think I may see a bulgy cap over here. I may end up having to replace capacitors. Need to be careful here because this one has voltage. Now let me just plug this in real quick without having to plug anything else in. Test one more time. Just to make sure that I did plug it in right the first time. I hear it. I hear the crackling as soon as I plugged it in. Oh, it is. Hold on. Something. I must have done something wrong originally, but it is powering on. Let me put these screws on because I don't want this thing moving. Oh yeah? Who told you that? Who told you that? Oh, so everything you see in the internet, you think it's real? You think it's true? Is that so? That's my 8-year-old. It's the capacitor on the. Sorry about that. Let me see. I keep bridging the bin. Okay, thank you. What are you doing? Right now I'm working on an Xbox original. It's no power, so we're replacing the power supply. I grabbed one from a working Xbox that doesn't have an optical drive, and these require to have. They're married. The optical drives are married. So if I lost it, or if I bought it broken with no optical drive, any parts that's in there I can basically utilize now. So it powered on. It's blinking. And guess what? Look what we're seeing, y'all. Look what we're seeing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got it going. Now, I don't know if this model is one that has a clock capacitor. I don't think I have any clock capacitors anymore. Let me see. Do I have clock caps? Nope, I ran out of clock capacitors. Ay, ay, ay. I won't be able to change the clock. Usually I like to replace it, but I ran out. I need to order some more. But we got this one going, y'all. We got this one going. Another one out of the landfill. I am going to put a game right now in test. No, this is an Xbox original, not a PlayStation 3. This one had already been opened. I did not open this, by the way. Sorry, I didn't change my scene. This one had already been opened, so the holes that are here are from someone else prior to me opening it. So just so y'all know, I don't like opening them like this. Usually I heat them up and lift these so that when I put them back, there's no signs of me ever being there. But in this scenario, someone had already opened them, so I went ahead and just utilize those same holes that were already there. Alrighty, let's go ahead and plug this one more time. Let me clean the dust over here on the back. Alrighty, dust is removed. Let me go ahead and plug this back in, and I'm gonna go get a controller real quick. And then I'll grab a game as well. I'll grab a game and a controller. Cool. I got an ugly controller, but I think it works. It's got the breakout cable and everything, so this should work. Controller needs some work. I just need a game now. Mm-mm. I do not. A game. My favorite game. Fable. Fable so that I can put it on the Xbox. Fable is one of the classics, and I love this game. Is this controller gonna work though? Maybe not. Okay, this controller does not work. Okay, got a Juke Xbox. Juke Xbox 360. Original. Let's see, will that work? Yes, it does. Awesome. 5:14 p.m. Might as well put 5:15. We'll put it into the future. 720. 2026. Okay, there it is. Let's put it in the game. Did you ever find a solution for your PS5? No, I did not. Honestly, customer called this morning to ask for an update. We gave them the update and informed them that due to the number of hours that we spent on it, we don't recommend proceeding with the repair, especially with the number of components we used as well, because we used a retimer, BIOS chip, a Southbridge chip, the thermistor sensor chip, along with the components that are related with it. It became an expensive repair, and we're not going to be able to charge fully because it's not a successful repair. So the only thing we charged for were for the parts we utilized and a repair attempt fee / diagnostics, which is $50. So $50 plus the cost of the parts. We don't charge additional on the parts, just the cost of the parts. I think it amounted to about $110 total. The repair attempt, diagnostics, repair attempt / diagnostics, and the cost of the parts. It's about $110, I believe. And I told him that if he spent any more time, that amount, if it's not repaired, could potentially increase. And he was okay with it. So no, we weren't able to find it, unfortunately. The UART still keeps saying the same error code, which is the thermistor and or the front LED light panel. And of course we replaced those, so I don't know what else it can be. I'm at a loss. We also replaced BIOS as well, by the way. I don't know if you were here for that, but we also did replace the BIOS. We went ahead and flashed the BIOS from a donor board. I keep trying to skip all this, but it's not letting me. Why is that? It just keeps playing the same thing over and over. Come on. Let me skip all this. I don't want to see all this. Oh, okay. There you go. Oh, so they already have some games in here. Let's see what Richard has. Oh, I am on one. Did my game stop connecting to it? Well, it's working, y'all. This is considered repaired. This is considered repaired. Xbox, where you at? There it is. That's the Series controller. There it is. Super Tech, this is Leo. How can I help you? All right, sorry about that, y'all. I went on put it on mute because I was talking to a customer, and sometimes with customers, I like to be somewhat have some sort of being discreet. You're muted, bro. Bro, you muted. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want you guys listening to the customer's conversation. But I'm gonna go ahead and end my live right here. It's 5:31. I don't know if I'm gonna come back. I already finished this one, and I have 2 more repairs to do, which is an iPad. But I want to eat though, and I don't want to eat on stream. I'm starving. Literally ate breakfast this morning. I have not eaten anything since, and my stomach is just growling right now. So I'm gonna end the live. I may come back in 30 minutes. I'm not sure yet. It just depends on the mood I am after I eat, because sometimes after I eat, I start getting sleepy, and then we do close at 7. So we'll see. We'll see in what mood I am after I get done eating. But nevertheless, for those of you that just joined, my apologies that I am now leaving. Thank you very much. Bro, do you fix monitors? No, unfortunately, we don't fix monitors. It's not worth us repairing monitors when you can get them at a decent price nowadays, and repairs could possibly be higher than the cost of the actual monitor itself, not only due to the labor, but also due to the cost of parts. So when you include both of those together, it ends up being more than what the monitor itself is worth. So we don't repair those. But again, thanks again, everyone. I got a question. What question do you have, Marco? I got a PlayStation 5 with error code CE108255-1. Let me look that up currently in my ticketing system to see exactly what that error code means. Let me see if we've repaired one of those before. All right, so it looks like we've had multiple of these error messages or these devices with the same error message come through, and turns out that it's due to either corrupted SSDs or a bad SSD controller. And I've had 1 success and 2 non-success, and the 2 that were non-successes due to the SSD chips that were bad were the ones that are. So a PlayStation 5 has a total of 6 SSDs that are soldered on. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, and only 3 of those can be replaced, and 3 of those cannot be replaced. They're married. So the 2 that were not successful is because of the SSDs that were bad were ones that could not be replaced. So it depends on which SSDs they are. It's a possibility we can. It could be the SSD controller chip as well. So there's a chance, but it's not a guarantee with this error code, unfortunately. You just got that PlayStation 5 for Christmas, not even a whole year, man. If you haven't had it for a year, that means you potentially have. If you bought it brand new, you potentially have a manufacturer's warranty. So I'd recommend contacting Sony and send it off to them. They shouldn't charge you anything, but if we did it, we charge $250. That is if the repair itself is successful. But if you haven't had it for a year, I do recommend you contacting Sony. It should have a manufacturer's warranty, because you still have usually right after you buy it, you have a year manufacturer's warranty, and that's usually covered by their warranty. No, you're welcome, bud. Nevertheless, thanks everyone. Please, y'all stay blessed, and I'll probably see you in the next 30 minutes. I don't know yet. Later, everyone.